Hi, virtual kindergarten students. This is Mrs. Burns. This is an additional step for my virtual students for our alligator weaving project. So last week you made the loom with the smallest piece of green paper that was sent home. This week we're going to be concentrating on the large dark green piece of paper, and what I'm going to have you do, so students, you're going to need help from mom or dad or an adult at home, so we do need adult guidance for this step. What we're going to make are strips of green, dark green paper, so about this size. So I'm going to need parents to trace and cut, or if parents, you want to trace and then have your child cut, that's fine, but it might just be easiest just for you to go ahead and trace along this paper and then cut them out so that your child can go ahead and start weaving. So yeah, what you're gonna need is a ruler or a yardstick or something that's about 1 inch width. So and you know, if the size varies, that's okay. It's not the biggest deal. So you're gonna need that, and I'd like you to line it up this way on your large piece of green paper. And then you're also going to need a black marker or a pencil or a pen. Black marker is just gonna show up a lot better on your paper. It'll be harder to see with a pencil. So all I'm going to have you do, parents, is just go ahead and make vertical lines all the way across. For my in-person students, I normally just use my cutting board and cut these strips. But I didn't have time to do that when I was getting your materials out. So it's just a little extra step. And again, I recommend parents doing this step, but if you want your kids to cut this out, I am okay with having them some extra practice cutting with those scissors. But if you want to go ahead and cut it out yourself, that's okay with me too. Okay, and again, if the strips kind of vary in size, that's okay. So something like this, and then yep, grabbing your scissors, and this is a lot for a kindergartner, I think, to cut out. It's a very big piece of paper and holding it. So if you wanted to kind of cut it in half, that might be easier if you want your child to go ahead and cut this out. Trying to make sure, you know, staying on that black line, making nice even strips. But yep, just cutting all this out, and that's what I'll have you do for this week. And then next week we'll just go ahead and get started with our weaving demonstration. So it's just a little extra prep, a little extra cutting and tracing, nothing wrong with that. Please make sure you keep these strips in a nice safe spot. Maybe right on top of your loom if you have paper clips, just kind of keeping it all together in a safe spot for next week's lesson. And if students, Lily Ann, Ari, if you're cutting these out yourself, just make sure that you're cutting away from your body and your thumbs are in the air. There's that pile. We're going to go ahead starting at the bottom and just like what we did for our loom. If you have any questions at all, just feel free to email me or call the school and they'll direct you to me. I'm more than happy to help you out. Any questions, please reach out. Okay. All right. So yep. Your goal is just to get all your strips ready, and then next week my virtual students will go ahead and we will weave these strips into our loom that we created last week. And so we'll probably be spending 1 or 2 class periods, maybe 3, since there's only art is only a half hour this year. So kind of depends on where your in-person students are. I like to try to keep you on the same page, but they're going to go ahead and start their weaving this week. But I'll get you all on the same page at some point, so no big deal. So yep, just stack these together, keep them with your loom, keep them nice and safe, and yeah, awesome. Again, any questions, contact me. Thank you.